They called it love. When it was light, when it was easy, when I asked for nothing, when I smiled through the ache and said it's okay. But love, true love doesn't disappear when things get heavy. It stays, it holds, it chooses. They said they cared, but only on their best days, only when the timing was right, only when it cost them nothing. When I bled silently, they were nowhere. When I broke slowly, they looked the other way. They only loved the version of me that never needed anything, the version that bent, folded, and forgave even when I was the one hurting. I waited, hoping that maybe one day they'd see me fully, not just when they felt lonely, but when I needed to be held. But in the silence of my heart, I learned to choose myself, to embrace the love that was waiting within, and to find strength in the solitude. And so I began to rise, not just for them, but for me, choosing the love that was real, the love that would never let me down. I confused attention for affection, consistency for love, and silence for peace. But the truth was louder than their words. Every time I reached out, they let me fall. Every time I stayed, they gave me a reason to leave. I realized I wasn't hard to love. I was just asking the wrong heart to try. Because love doesn't hesitate. It doesn't keep you as a backup. It doesn't choose the world and expect you to wait on the side. So I did the one thing they never expected. I left, quietly. No revenge, no explanation, no breakdown, just absence. A silence so powerful, it echoed everything I'd ever felt. They called it love, but real love wouldn't have made me feel invisible, wouldn't have made me question my worth, wouldn't have left when I needed it most. I walked away from the shadows of their neglect. Every step felt like shedding layers of pain I had been carrying for too long. I embraced the freedom that came with letting go, the sunlight breaking through the clouds, as if to welcome me into a new beginning. No more waiting, no more questioning my worth. I chose to believe in something greater, a love that would see me completely. With each passing day, I learned to heal, discovering strength in vulnerability. And slowly but surely, I began to feel alive again. Now, when they remember me, it won't be the version that begged, not the one who stayed too long, not the one who forgave in silence or waited through broken promises. They'll remember the version who stood up, even with shaking knees, who closed the door, even with tears in her eyes, who left, not because she stopped caring, but because she finally started caring for herself. They'll remember the stillness, the goodbye that never needed to be spoken, the quiet strength in choosing peace over proving a point. I didn't scream, didn't fight, didn't burn what we had. I just walked away with nothing in my hands, but everything I had left of myself. And somehow that was everything, because they couldn't choose me when it mattered, when it was inconvenient, when it wasn't easy. So I did. I chose me, in the absence, in the heartbreak, in the aftermath of almost. And that choice, that gentle, defiant choice, was the real beginning of love, not theirs.